This is for applying eyeliner, or the first thing I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be getting the angled brush and I'll be dipping it in the color Stiletto on the bottom. I basically rimmed my whole outer eye, and if it looks messy, it's okay. We're going to be fixing that in the end, and that doesn't really matter. Another thing you're going to be doing is you're going to get a little bit and you're going to apply it to the bottom of your lash line, not in the waterline, but on the bottom. So I went ahead and I did both eyes, and if they don't look exactly the way you want them, that's okay. You can go ahead and get your moisturizer that you use. I use Desert Essence moisturizers. This can be found at Whole Foods. It could possibly be found at Trader Joe's. It's an organic line. I really like it. It doesn't make my pores clogged or anything. And the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get a plain Q-tip. I'm just going to dip it inside of here and barely get a little bit on here. I'm just going to wipe off the excess. Once you have that set, go ahead and you can wipe away any makeup that you don't like. It's basically a makeup remover. And you know what's really good about it? It doesn't damage, and it's fairly easy to use. You know, you don't have to go to the store and buy a makeup remover. You can just go ahead and use this. It's very easy, it's very convenient, and you probably already have it in your home. So once my lines look even to myself, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to get my Too Faced Naked palette that I've been using, and I'll be using the color Lap Dance. Sometimes when I just apply one color to my lid and I go like this, you see a line, and that's not really attractive. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and re-dip into Lap Dance, and I'm going to just have my eye closed. So basically just following the curve of my eye. So what I'm going to be doing right now is sort of tricky, so please pay attention. I'm going to get a little bit of the color Stiletto on my brush. I'm not going to put too much because the color is quite dark and it shows up very easily. It's highly pigmented. Go up and around, but don't go all the way in. You probably just want to have it go in. So like if I'm looking at the camera, you just put the eyeshadow, the darkest color, it's going to end up where your pupil is in the middle of your eye. Both eyes look quite crazy and very uneven, but that's okay because we're going to go ahead and use something really special right now, and it's called your finger. Now I know this is sort of strange and a lot of people prefer to use brushes, but you know what, like I'm a very simple person and I really don't like having to use a million different brushes for my eye. The easiest thing that I've discovered lately is using my fingers or just a simple brush like this. I'm going to go ahead and just blend. This is what I end up with after blending with my finger. I think this is a better result than using a brush, in my opinion. Right now I'd probably be wondering what we're going to be doing. So what I did right here is I went ahead and I just went and I blended all this black. So right now both eyes should look like this. What I did is I just went ahead and I cleaned all around my eye. And I'll show you how you can get this result. The first thing you want to do is go ahead and clean all the excess around that might have fallen on the bottom, like this. Yes, I just pretty much cleaned everything that was sort of in the crease. I know that's going to seem a little strange, like why did we apply all that makeup all around? Well, I'll show you. Go ahead and just clean everything all around. So you just have the makeup on your crease, including the black right here. And also, I mean, like when you're doing this, you don't have to make it like a rounded shape that fits your eye. Personally, I just think that this suits my eye a lot better. You can go ahead and you can leave it out towards the end, like you can make a cat eye, you can do like really cool like Egyptian eyeliner type of thing. But for me, I just like to have my darker makeup on the lid and I don't really like it going everywhere. That's pretty much everything for the eyeshadow / eyeliner segment. The next thing I'll be doing is applying my Dermablend Smooth Indulgence makeup, but I'm not going to show you that because it takes a little too long. All I'll be doing is I'll just be covering up my flaws. So go ahead and put your foundation on the way you want. Sometimes when I apply my foundation, it gets on my eyebrows and it makes it really sort of more obvious that I'm wearing makeup. I just go ahead and I clean my eyebrows. I went ahead and I got my big fluffy brush. And the next thing I'm going to be doing is dipping it into my L'Oreal Glam Bronze. I really love this bronzer. It's my favorite. I've been using it for a year and literally it doesn't look awful or orange. It looks really natural and I really like it. So since this is a fluffy brush, I really like it because it can be really big and I can apply translucent powder with it, or I can just barely apply any color. But another one of my favorite things about this is that I can cinch it right here and I can make it literally into a kabuki brush or any size type of brush that I want it to be. I can use it for my cheeks, I can use it for blending my eyes, I can use it practically for anything. So that's what a really big fluffy brush is good for. It's good for many, many things. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cinch it like this, and I'm going to go ahead and dab it. And then I blow off the excess because we don't want too much. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go to my hairline and apply some of this bronzer on there. And I'm cinching it like this. I like to go around the perimeter because if you do that, it looks a little more natural. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get it and put a little bit underneath my chin, just a little bit, and go down. It'll give you more of a defined chin. And then I'm going to go ahead and go like this. Give myself a little bit of a cheekbone here. Next, I'm getting my e.l.f. bronzer, and I'm getting my MAC brush. I don't know what brush this is. I'm really sorry about this, like years ago. So I'm just going to go ahead and smile and be really cheesy right now. Blow off the excess, and then just go ahead and lightly dab your blush or whatever you're using on the apples of your cheeks. Don't go from here all the way down. We already did that when we applied our bronzer. Just go ahead and blend. Take your time, don't worry. So that's pretty much the blush. If you feel like your makeup is a little too thick or it's a little too blotchy, like sometimes I know this blush can look a little much, I go ahead and I get a fluffy brush, and this fluffy brush I never add anything to. I never dip this in powders, I never do anything. I only use this for blending, and it's really amazing. You can just go ahead and just blend all over your face any way that you'd like, and everything will sort of settle where it needs to be. A problem that some people might have with making smoky eyes or adding eyeliner to their face is that sometimes that their under eye circles can stand out a lot more. So after I'm done applying my eyeshadow, I make sure I go ahead and I clean the bottoms off and all around, as you saw, and I go ahead and I make sure I add concealer. I do the eyes first because the eyes tend to usually drop makeup. The makeup tends to fall from the eyes and it's dark and it gets stuck in the makeup. You don't want it being stuck in your makeup, so it's definitely easier if you go ahead and you apply your eyeshadow and eyeliner first opposed to everything else. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'll be curling my eyelashes and applying mascara. So I went ahead and I curled my lashes, and I'm going to show you something. I'm sure you guys have heard of Dior Show by Dior, and you've heard of Lash Blast. Now these two are pretty much the same thing, but just with different labels. I mean, literally, I'll apply it to one eye and I'll show you what I'm talking about. So here's the Dior Show, and here's the Lash Blast. In my opinion, I feel like these two pretty much are the same. Last but not least, I will be showing you my Bare Minerals Praline lipstick. It's lip gloss and lipstick in one, and I'm going to be applying it right now. This is my absolute favorite lipstick. It literally stays on for hours. I'm not even kidding you. It stays, and I really, really love it. It's a beautiful color. The only thing that sort of sucks is that sometimes it gets on my teeth.